Thank you all so much for joining us today for this important moment in SurgeOn's journey. We really want to welcome you today to this press release. We're here today to officially announce SurgeOn's global expansion. And as of today, our platform is finally available in almost 200 countries across the globe. This is a massive milestone, but not just for our team, but also for the global surgical community that we're really privileged to serve. And this app, this whole company, this whole vision started as a surgeon-led idea. And now it's so fun to see it become a worldwide platform. And we built this, truthfully, to be the center of surgical education, the center of surgical connection, and really the center of surgical collaboration. And I'm incredibly excited and proud to be joined by my friends and co-founders, Dr. Jeremy Hefner, who's our Chief Operating Officer and the host of The Cutting Edge, and Dr. Mario Leyba, the visionary, who's our Chief Medical Officer and the host of the M&M Show. Together, the three of us, we're excited to really share what this expansion means for the future of surgery, and honestly, for every member of the surgical team, no matter where they are on this planet. And just reflecting a little bit about the mission and vision of SurgeOn, when we started this, the three of us got together and we kept talking about what was broken, what was missing, what was needed. And we felt like the thing that we had was that we had good ideas, but when we're not together, when we're not having good conversations, when we're in silos, great things don't happen. And it's only when ideas flow freely that things and magic occur. Today, we connect over 20,000 surgeons and surgical professionals. But with today's expansion into almost 200 countries, that number will only grow and only give more exposure to more and more medical professionals around the world. In our hearts, we truly believe that this expansion is not just digital. It's truly a cultural phenomenon. It's all about ensuring every surgeon, every surgical professional, every medical student, every resident across the globe has a voice and has access to education, and most especially has access to community. So we invite you to join us in shaping the future of surgical collaboration. With that said, I want to welcome Dr. Mario Leyba to the podium.
Mark couldn't have spoken more true words. At the heart of great surgical care is a global network of experience and trust. And just like every OR has a team member, has team members, the anesthesiologist, the surgeon, the nurses, SurgeOn itself has our members. And with every member, we get more ideas, we get better. Now we have nearly 20,000 surgeons across the world. That just means more ideas, more questions, more importantly, those questions of why did you do this? How can you make it better? How can I become better? And how can I make you better? SurgeOn is about that. Our founders, Jeremy and Mark and myself, we understand surgery. We understand the difficulties of surgery. We understand that surgery is still changing every single day, every single year. But what we don't want is for someone to reinvent the wheel every single time in the OR, in Texas, in India, in Mexico. We want to share our ideas so we can develop faster, we can improve better, we can get better innovation by learning from each other. That's what SurgeOn's about. So we've created a space where operative tips, surgical wisdom, and team-based knowledge are exchanged freely and respectfully. We're excited to help foster the next generation of surgical innovation across the entire continent, in every OR and in every surgeon. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Dr. Jeremy Hefner to the podium. Welcome, Jeremy.
As Mark said earlier, we live in these silos, and those silos sometimes are the rooms next door to each other in the operating room. Sometimes they're states apart, and in this case, sometimes they're countries away. We also know that each specialty doesn't necessarily talk to each other, and things that may have happened in the last 10 years since I've been out of training could be completely different in each subspecialty. And I need to recognize that and maybe learn from it in ways I never would have expected. It's for these reasons that we've created SurgeOn, which really is the connective tissue of surgery. It's there to help share the knowledge, share the experience, share what it is to be a surgeon with each other, and not just other surgeons from our country, but from now all around the globe. One of the reasons we created the project, The Cutting Edge, was to go out and speak to surgeons in these specialties and talk to each other and hear what's going on in areas that you don't necessarily pay attention to on a day-to-day basis. I always say, like, I don't have time to go to a colorectal conference. I got a lot of my own conferences to go to as a trauma surgeon. but it's good to know what they're doing, because if I see one of their patients, I now know how they're thinking and what's changed since I was educated. And the cutting edge allows us to do that. We can talk to the experts. We can hear what's going on. We can understand the day-to-day. It's like the news show for surgical specialties. And then we have global rounds. This is an exciting event. It's coming up in September. And for those that don't know, because of the platform of SurgeOn, we're now going to be able to have a worldwide discussion on modern hernia repair, the underlying physiology, all the knowledge from truly the key experts in the field. And this isn't just experts from the United States, the UK, and the EU, but from the Far East and from the Middle East, from South America, from truly the entire globe. And those experts are going to share the differences in what they're doing, maybe that we aren't, but moreover, their different patient populations and even ways of thinking about the problem itself. And that's the kind of knowledge that right now, it just doesn't occur that easily. But that's what the technology allowed. That's why we built this platform. And so today we are so excited to finally have the opportunity to really share this knowledge at a global scale. So once again, thank you so much for everything that our supporters and people who have been behind us have done. Understand that it's just been 3 surgeons trying to figure out a way to make our surgical world better so that we can share knowledge and make our patients' lives better. So thank you so much. And please share with your friends, invite your colleagues. It's in the app. Just hit the invite your colleague button. Make sure that you're spreading the word, because the more we have the more surgeons that are talking, the more we're sharing the experiences that we have, the better off we're all going to be. Thanks a lot.